Hey guys, welcome back to My Disney Family. So today is all about suitcase packing and some of the little tips and tricks that I've done after 10 Disney trips and flying to Disney World from Illinois. That's a lot of trips. So, and now with a 5-year-old, we kind of plan differently. Also, if you're staying on a resort, there might be different things that you're packing that you might not. It really just depends. So, I want to give you a little tips and tricks, and my husband has now deemed me the packing queen. There's always like one of those people in every family, I feel like. I am it. So I'm the one that gets to do it all. Yay, yay, yay. So my first tip is pack a double suitcase. Why? Why would I do that? Well, if you're staying at a Disney resort and you're taking Magical Express, and you want your bags to show up in your room magically, you can only have one suitcase per person because that's all they allow. They allow one suitcase per person for your Magical Express. Now, the reason behind that is because they are doing hundreds of thousands of suitcases and they can only do one per person. So when you get your little Magical Express envelope in the mail and it comes with your yellow tags or whatever color tag, depending on your resort, that's how it works. You only get one per person. So there's 3 of us going in our family for our resort stay, so there's only 3 tags. So that means that I can only take down 3 pieces of luggage unless I want to go pick it up from baggage and roll it onto that bus. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to stand at the carousel and wait for a bag. So, however, on the way home, it doesn't matter. And if you're like me, I'm going to buy souvenirs. I'm going to buy my kids souvenirs. My husband's going to buy souvenirs. So we take 2 bags in one. So I'm packing this middle bag, and it's inside of this large bag, and it works out. It works out perfectly well. And we do that because we know we're going to have overage when we get back. We're going to have laundry. So maybe we'll just do a whole tote or a whole suitcase of laundry. Or we're going to have souvenirs. So maybe we're going to do a whole thing of souvenirs. It really just depends. So that's tip 1. Tip 2 is carry-ons are very important. So this R2-D2, this is, I believe, American Tourister, and it's a hard case, is great. I love these little things. And I love the 4 wheels. By the time your kid's 5, he can push this puppy down the airport line. And so what's really important about this is I always pack in here the next day's stuff. So I pack an outfit for each of us in our carry-on, plus anything my kiddo needs to go to bed. A nice warm blankie, his stuffed animals, all of those things. So like our first full day when we get there, our next day, is our pirate day. We're doing Pirates League and we're doing all this stuff. So I have matching shirts, all of our undergarments, our capris, if we're changing shoes, anything like that is going in here. Also, extra electronics are gonna go in here. Some of my makeup that's under 3 ounces is going here because I don't want it to get too hot underneath in the big bags. So all of those things that you can't live without for at least a day. We've actually had an issue where one of our luggage pieces did not make it to Orlando one time. And so I did have to go a day without my stuff pretty much. It did arrive around noon the following day, which was good. And they found it for me, but you know, I still had an outfit. I still had, you know, a little bit of makeup to use. I had my small flat iron. I had all of those things. So a carry-on, at least one, is very important. Woo! R2-D2 has a mind of its own. So my third tip and trick is a luggage scale. I do not want to get charged overage. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. So I bought this little handy dandy thing on Amazon, and honestly, my parents use it sometimes. They come and ask to borrow it. John's parents sometimes come and ask to borrow it. Hey Pooh, what's up? The patch is around. And so I don't want to get charged overage because my baggage is too big. So 50 pounds is what Southwest allows. And so that's what I do. I make sure and weigh my bag. I've got the book bags. I've got the carry-on. So if I need to, I can move something over. It's not a big deal. If you're flexible, go for it. Sometimes, you know, my kids' stuff doesn't weigh as much as my stuff or my husband's stuff. So I just move stuff over. It's not a big deal in the suitcases. You know, I am the person that probably was at the airline counter and pulled out a hairdryer and stuck it in a book bag. I'm probably that person. And that's okay. It really just depends on you. But I really think if you travel often, and we travel on an airline at least once a year. So, you know, I bought this thing a while back on Amazon, and it's really probably saved us some money, thinking that, you know, sometimes those overage fees are like $50 or $75. So, you know, that's money in my pocket. So then it would have saved me money, right? I mean, here we go. And then my last tip that I've really been using lately are packing cubes. Oh my goodness. So this is literally all of my son's clothes. I've got shorts. I've got like 9 pairs of shorts, like Adidas shorts, maybe a pair of khaki shorts. I have 2 sections of tops, and then these are his leggings. So I probably have 15 or 16 shirts in here and all of his shorts. He is 5, so obviously, but that is all of his clothes. And then I can just take this out since we are staying for 11 days, 12 nights. I can just take this out and pop it into one of the drawers at the resort, and boom, I'm done. Super easy. I also use, like, this is all of my my hair items. So they do come with like little baggies, goodie baggies that zip, and that's really like useful too. So that's pretty awesome. Let me show you one of my husband's because he's a bigger guy. So this is all of his shirts. And you can see I use the rolling technique. I do feel like I can fit more shirts. But there's 12 shirts in here. There's 2 rows of shirts. So, you know, 12 shirts for a trip for 12 days. We do plan on doing some laundry. So, yeah, I mean, I think the packing cubes really help keep us organized, especially once we get to the resort. Once we get to the resort, I usually take out the stuff that we're going to be using on a constant basis and put them in the drawers because we're going to be there for a while. So why not get homey, right? And then we just stow the stuff under the bags. I also use a lot of these like 31 bags. I love them. Man, R2D2 is getting a little close to me. I use a lot of these thermal insulated bags. This is all of our sunscreen. All of our sunscreens in here. So these 31 bags are great. I'm not a 31 person. I just like them. Especially the insulated ones that might get hot and yucky. So I really like those for traveling. So I hope that you have enjoyed my packing videos. The planes and park bag were posted last week, so definitely go check those out. If you've enjoyed this packing video and with some tips and tricks that I use, give me a thumb up and subscribe below, and you'll be seeing a lot more of our trip coming up once we get home. Thanks, guys.